obviously the cap rate is going to affect value, lower cap rate, higher value. There's not a lot you can do necessarily at your property to affect cap rate. It's more of what happens in your asset class and maybe the physical property, right? So if I buy a property that's a Class C property and the doors are falling down, the paint's chipping and the roof's messed up, if I go in and turn this property into a Class A property, put a nice automated gate, nice office, X, Y, and Z, I've now made this property into a much more desirable property that a different set of investors are going to look at, right? The property that had the doors falling off and didn't look very sexy and didn't have many amenities is probably not going to be approached by an institutional investor. So I've now turned this property into an institutional grade property, and therefore now I can get a better cap rate. I think just the industry in general, we have Blackstone, we have the Bill Gates Foundation. A lot of these folks have injected their money into the industry. It's making the industry more desirable, and that's also affecting the cap rate. So it's really a little bit more from the outside in on how the cap rate gets improved. I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, if you can generate more revenue, it's going to be a better value, but the cap rate's affected a little bit more by the outside stuff than the inside stuff, if that makes sense. We went through the 2008, 2009 down cycle with the national economy. We've been through the pandemic now recently, and the self-storage class has come out shining through all of it. Been very resilient to the economics, and so the cap rates just continue to go down as storage does better. As I mentioned, more capital is entering the market. As more capital enters the market, it's driving down cap rates because it's increasing values. The value of the properties are greater because there's more folks chasing the properties. There's more folks with lots of money, and dare I say, maybe sometimes less sophistication or quicker triggers that they pull and are willing to buy properties for, in our opinion, a lot of times more than they're worth. All that's driving down cap rates. And as cap rates go down, that's a good thing for values. I would say the asset class has changed over time. There's more income sources there in tenant insurance, for example. 10 years ago, that was not even a thing. Now it's required, or at least unless you have your own insurance, you have to have tenant insurance. That's an NOI boost, right? There's no operational expense that goes with that. You get your net commission from the insurance company, put it in your bank, and it goes straight to your NOI. That's just a value increaser that wasn't there, 10 years ago. So just the changes in the industry have done that. Just the interest in the asset class, and all in all, that's all keeps causing the cap rates to go down. And of course, I'd be fooling you if I didn't mention the low interest rate environment, right? So as long as interest rates stay low, which many in the industry think they will for at least as long as we can see forward. Again, back to the spread idea, that's going to keep cap rates down. I mean, if interest rates go up 3 or 4 points, that's going to affect cap rates because the spread is your profit. The spread between what you're paying for your money and what you're getting out of your property is in a sense, your profit. So